If entropy set in, then it's worse than I thought. It's like a disease slowly rotting away at the core, peeling back the skin bit by bit. And with Time Lords, there's an awful lot of layers.
If the doctor, chap before you, I mean, if he's been kept in that body, and he never changed into you, I don't see how you can exist.
The universe is a complex mass of timelines, full of countless possibilities, Brigadier.
So, if you're alright, that means he'll survive and change into you. There's no real danger.
I'm afraid it doesn't quite work like that. With such massive disruption to the time continuum, the resulting effects are bound to catch up with us all eventually.
What can you do?
Personally? Not that much. You know, it's funny. I always thought that when the end came, I'd go out fighting. But like this, the situation's beyond my reach. It's in my past. But if there was a way for me to get you both back there, you might be able to help more than me. Friends of yours, I take it.
They've come through the vortex.
Attack! Exterminate! Exterminate!
I suggest you take your chance and get out of here while you still can.
But what about you?
Intercept the doctor!
Brigadier, look!
They must have come looking for him.
What are you doing?
If we could find the next doctor,
We could warn him about the Daleks.
if he's still alive.
You regenerated, yes, but I didn't die. There's a place we all go, where you'll go. You live, you breathe, you age. Never think for a moment that you simply fade away. I'm there, we're all there. Just think of me as your own form of Jiminy Cricket.
Don't you understand? The coordinates in the vortex have been scrambled. That's how I ended up here, and the only way that could have happened is if the Brigadier and the girl have tried to follow me through time. What chance have they got now? Why didn't they just leave me to rot?
Renegade? Have you forgotten what you are? Have you forgotten about Gallifrey? Think of the dark times, the turmoil in our mind. Your decision was to leave. Do you remember the reason why?
Stop trying to moralize with yourself. You've no idea how ridiculous it sounds.
Think of that reason. Don't ever let it die. That would be too easy. Whatever kind of crusade 'tis we've been leading, you cannot let it end like this.
How can I fight what I don't understand? I've been torn apart, bit by bit. Don't you understand? We're dying.
Daleks, Ice Warriors, Zabi, Yeti, the Master. When have we ever backed down before?
They never got this close to defeating me.
But what if they had? Would you have thrown away all hope this easily? You can't give in. Whatever our crusade has been, don't let it end like this.
Dorothy! Dorothy? We must have got separated in the vortex.
Order! Order! The Defense Council will take the stand.
Legends speak of a time when their race knew of nothing other than the unending turmoil of war. And as you know, that was centuries ago. And yet, you have the unbelievable audacity to accuse their species, a race renowned now for their piece of genocide. And, if anyone knows about corrupt trial systems, it's me. Summon the defendants.
I must protest. The methods used by this court are unorthodox to an extreme. Is this what you define as justice?
I'm sure that your comments are noted, Commander Aslinks, much in the same way that I hope mine will be, though their content will be more acidic. Evidence, if it can be called that, claims that a squadron of intergalactic freighters under your command supplied vital food rations to the colony on Jassix 5, which had been devastated by drought and famine. Is that the case?
A mission of peace. Our intentions were humane.
The prosecution claims that the said foodstuff carried a lethal virus, a plague, fatal only to the indigenous population of Jassix 5.
A conspiracy engineered to disrupt delicate peace negotiations with the Galactic Federation.
I beg to differ.
What is this? You lead us to believe you to be an ally, yet you choose to betray us as well, Doctor.
My dear Commander, I assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. I accuse the so-called judges of this farce. Look to your own kind for the true cause behind this.
Choose your words with care, Doctor. Your life is just as expendable as the defendants.
Your Honor, I beg your forgiveness. As a cat has 9 lives, I have the advantage of a few more, and I don't intend to move on from number 6 just yet.
Brigadier? Brigadier? Where are you? Hey, you! Wait a minute.
Ace, is that really you?
Doctor, you spoke of the involvement of some other party. Speak more of this matter, I implore you.
Would I be alone in finding it an unnerving coincidence in the fact that the compound from which the plague is generated can only be found in a spore that's natural to only the swamps of this planet?
Is this so?
I'm afraid it is. And is it not also the case that the mining corporation of your planet, notorious for their cavalier tactics, have been negotiating to buy out the mineral deposits on Jassix 5 for some time now? Your Honor, I call my first witness the head of the said mining corp, or should I say the true cause behind so many wasted lives.
Doctor! Doctor, is that you?
Your Honor, I beg your most learned indulgence. May we adjourn for a few minutes, please?
Time to bring some pawns into play.
You were always good at making fires. Might throw 9 matches, whatever you could find.
You're not making a lot of sense, Professor.
Ah, yes, but I am. Bit by bit, your memory is coming back. Why else would you call me Professor?
Sorry?
Don't worry.
What is this place?
Anywhere and nowhere. It's where Time Lords come to die. Well, this one at least. In a very short time, I'll just fade away. Not even a memory.
Time Lords? Sounds as though you live forever.
Well, if this is what immortality is, I wouldn't recommend it. Death catches up with all of us eventually. Gallifreyans have an escape clause, but nothing lasts forever. I owe you a bit of an explanation, don't I? You were one of my traveling companions. Ace by name, Ace by nature. By far the bravest rebel without a cause I've ever known. And you'd have left me. It doesn't matter how, why, or when. They always do. You've just been a bit unlucky compared to the others. Very unlucky. I suppose you could say that I finally met my match. I thought I was infallible. Nothing could touch me. I was proved wrong.
You paint a vivid picture, Brigadier Grimm, to say the least. Sounds so final.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings.
No last meal, no final requests. Not even time to compose a particularly witty epitaph.
Is there no way you could just, well, escape?
Escape? I pride myself in being able to outwit most things, but even someone as talented as me finds it impossible to avoid the inevitable. Daleks, you say? Could be worse, I suppose.
Worse? One of them's a tank.
Yes, quite.
Leaves nothing but a pile of ash when it hits something.
Yes! Yes, thank you, Brigadier. I'd forgotten what a knack you have for destroying optimism. It's been blown up, torn apart, stolen, thrown down, cliffs flooded, but I've never actually lost the TARDIS before. Whenever anything's happened to it in the past, there's always been a bit of it left. If my past self can find what's left of it, he can start to fight back.
Doctor?
Can you allow me a single moment of despair to contemplate my demise?
What was it you used to say? When I say run?
Ah! it she's a friend of yours, Brigadier.
You, come with me.
Now look here.
You dropped them when you leapt into the vortex. Now move.
Please take him. He's all yours. Take it from me, Lethbridge Stewart. You're safer in my past. Far safer.
You were the only chance I had. I projected part of my mind into yours as I died. And the Time Lords must have intervened. They always do. Sent you back to the point in your life you'd have reached just as though you'd never met me. I knew that wherever I was, your mind would act like a beacon, calling me to you. Even if I didn't know it, my instinct would be to save you. Guard the knowledge of the creature I put in your head, if it knew that the memory of its existence survived. That there was a chance I could use it against it, it would have hunted you down, killed you. The Eco Troops. I knew they'd figure out a way to open up the vortex and trap it. But it found a way back. Back into reality. I sensed it would. That seems to be a habit of mine.
A habit?
Knowing what's happened before it happens. Call it Time Lord's intuition. It's altered the history of the Earth. But if it hadn't, you'd never have found me, I suppose. You'd have been driven mad by the voices in your head.
Excellent, gentlemen. Truly excellent work. Instigate cryogenic suspension. We don't want any escape attempts like their predecessor now, do we?
Inside.
Is this really necessary?
You're my only link to finding the Doctor.
How many times do you want to hear it? He's in the vortex.
That's not the man I knew.
Look, he's a Time Lord. It's quite possible.
Quiet. Get under cover, quick.
I wouldn't if I were you.
But they're my...
Look!